All right, Lou, without further ado, our second guest. She came all the way from North Carolina to visit us. She's the author of Kidnapped by the Cartel. Let's give a late night welcome for Karen Scioscia, everybody.
Yes.
Hi.
Hey.
Nice to
Hello there.
Kiss the co-host. Let's play Kiss the co-host. Come on.
You kiss me later.
You're a
Congratulations.
great priest.
Oh, thank you very much.
I feel like I should go to confession or make the sign of the cross or something.
Bless you, my.
Hey, what are you doing? You here to talk about the movie or you want to talk about your book?
Oh, I'd like to talk about my book. Thank
I'm
you
only
so
kidding.
much.
Congratulations with your book, Kidnapped by the Cartel. How's it going for you?
It's going really well. The sales are good. I'm getting a lot of good response to it, and I'm grateful to be here in the Great Johnny P Show.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Round trip tickets you got, right? Go to the hotel
Yes.
with your credit card.
Yes.
I'm teasing you. I'm just teasing you. Now listen, there was a journey behind writing the book. You were telling me. What was it? Talk to us. Let us know.
The short version for here would be a family member was kidnapped by the Mexican drug cartel in Tijuana. And after a period of time, I was involved in the search and rescue. So the story was so immense and horrible and things like that and scary that we talked as a family I was going to write a book. Then during research, I found that this was not an isolated incident. This happened to other people, and I put other people's stories together and created a character and wrote this book. So it was inspired by a true story, but it's true for some people. Everything in there is like somebody's, and it's compilated, right, it's into a person for the book, Kidnapped by the Cartel.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Now, is your loved one okay? I mean,
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
because that's the important thing.
That's the
I don't want to
important
ruin the
thing.
ending of the book, but I just want to find out the loved one is okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah.
Touching.
Hey, were you surprised by anything that you learned? Did you learn anything new or something
I
surprising
was
about the drug
surprised.
cartels, how they operate? or-
I was surprised because I thought that kidnappings were mostly for money, but kidnappings could be for a lot of things, to run drugs for the cartel, for somebody just to make their bones, like, you know, they could kidnap somebody, kill somebody without blinking an eye and show how tough they are.
Wow.
So there were a lot of reasons. And since I've written this book, I've had people come to me, like through social media or something, saying, I was kidnapped by the cartel.
Wow.
And have told me some horrific stories. I'm like, holy smokes. So I wouldn't go to Tijuana for all the money in the world,
Wow.
for example.
I had a
or
similar
Juarez.
experience. I was actually kidnapped by Carvel, which is close. Don't want to talk about it. The book will be coming out shortly, though. But that's amazing that this is actually happening in this day and age.
Yeah.
And I know, Johnny, we had talked about the cover of the book.
Yes.
Is very interesting. How did you come up with that cover? Is that a real picture or is that stage?
Well, yeah, it's
There's a
I
story
came up with
behind it.
the cover of the book. Do we have a book here?
Do we have a
we
book?
had a- we
we
had a
gave them
book.
away.
We gave them away.
Oh, we just gave them away.
Who has a
Okay.
book for us?
Can we grab one of those books quick? I think Timmy has one. Like I said, Timmy can't read anyway, so why give him a book? There it is. Here. We got it. There it is. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank
There
you,
you
Lou.
go.
Yeah, you hold
Thank
up
you.
the.
Okay. I came up with this cover because I wanted it to be striking, for somebody to look at this and say, whoa, holy smokes. And I have gotten that response. It's been a favorable response for the most part. One person sent me an email, a woman, and she said, I can't buy the book because the cover's too scary. And I said, the cover should be scary. And it's a scary story. But it's also an interesting story, and it's got action and things like that. A lot of guys like it for the action part. Some people like it because it's a cautionary tale. But sales are good, and I'm excited.
That's good. What do you got it on Amazon.com?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. I have a website, Kidnapped by the Cartel. You can buy it that way. So buy the book.
Yeah,
We're not
great.
supposed to be solicited on the show.
Oh,
but
don't buy the book. I mean,
they're giving it away for free on Amazon.com. Now, listen, I read one of your write-ups that you were talking about comparing the Mexican cartel with the Italian cartel. What was that about? 'Cause
Oh, come on, the
different.
food is not as good. Come on,
Food
please.
is not as good. From what I've read and about, say, the mafia, the Italian mafias, all these people had a lot of respect. People
Yeah.
respected them. They respected each other. They may have had some problems and did some things, but there wasn't this brutalness, this ruthlessness that you see in the Mexican drug cartel. I mean, these people are ruthless, and it's really scary and horrific. You read about it in the paper all the time, or in Newsweek or anything like that, that heads will roll, and literally they do. So that's very different, I think.
Well, I never heard of a mafia cartel. Did you? No. Did you?
A mafia cartel?
Yeah, no.
Does it matter? No. I mean, the mafia is the mafia.
The mafia is the
cartel
mafia. Kosher Nostra. That's it.
Yeah. But what does cartel mean? Anyway, that's a good question. What does the word cartel mean? It has a meaning, right?
That is a good question.
Look at that. It's now stumped the panel.
You get a card and you
Stumped
can't tell what it is.
All right, yeah.
It's a group.
I guess it's a group.
It's a group, yeah. It's a group. Yeah.
Now, Karen, is there any other writing that you do, and are you writing any other books right now?
Good question. I write a weekly column for a newspaper, the Charlotte Observer. I'm a contributor to yahoo.com, and I am working on another book. I'm not at liberty to talk about it yet because it's a collaboration with some other authors. But I hope to maybe come back on your show when the book comes out.
You come back anytime you want. We still got some time for you. Anytime you want. You kidding me?
Thanks.
Listen, you came all the way from North Carolina when you reached out to me on Facebook.
It was a long walk. It was a long walk.
How could I deny you?
Going back to the loved one, okay, is without giving too much away from the book, I mean, can you explain exactly how that happened? How was she kidnapped? The story behind that?
She was taken out of her car in broad daylight in Tijuana.
So it was in Mexico because it's happening. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the town of Laredo, Texas. Laredo is a border town right on the border of Mexico and Texas, and people are being kidnapped out of Laredo, right here in our own country, which is crazy to read about too.
Well,
So
when
this
I
actually
was
happened in
writing
Tijuana.
this, I spoke to a guy. His name is Tony. I can't give his last name, but he wrote a book called The Mexican Mafia. He talked about how they reach into the United States and kidnap people, and so he had to go into hiding because they were after him after he named names and stuff like that.
Right.
I was able to speak with him by talking to his publisher. His publisher went to him. He came back to me. So I had more information for this book from this guy.
I think what she's doing is a great thing too.
Because
Thank you. Thanks.
now listen, Karen, that's your time.
Okay.
Where else could people? You on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook,
And don't forget, it's free.
and it's free.
And you get a free gift to Carvel while you're there.
Yeah,
too.
it's free, courtesy of Johnny. Thank
Exactly.
you so much.
Everybody in the
Johnny.
United States gets a free book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Karen, come back anytime. It was a pleasure. Karen Scioscia, everybody.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Nice to see you.
Karen Scioscia, everybody. Kidnapped by the Cartel. Great book. It's a must-read. Check it out.